Yeah, this is a crazy story. You know, remember that people have been talking about. I know Brian. Okay, you know, here's the deal. Talk about cops having these grapple things where they could go in the tires or something like that, and you know, slow down or stop the suspect's car. They're saying it's more effective than spike strips. Well, we got cops in Tempe, Arizona. Did it to a woman last year, and this woman does not have a car still. You know, she tried to file a claim. It's expired, and what do they do? They were just write a $500 check for Uber. And unfortunately, this woman's still working part time. It's expensive to ride Uber, and it's just another case that cops won't own up to their mistakes. It's that they have the attitudes like, "Oh well, it is what it is." Yeah, check it out.
It's the woman police admit they mistakenly stopped during a pursuit, recounts the terrifying moments with her 10-year-old daughter right there in the car.
Yeah, I'm like yelling at the top of my lungs, letting them know that like I have a child in the car. When they took me out, I remember hearing a police officer say, he's like, "Oh, we got the wrong car."
Now, an exclusive follow to an ABC 15 investigation. Here's ABC 15 investigator Nicole Grigg.
You should know the body camera video you're about to see is heavily blurred. That's how police wanted you to see it. And it's the moments after Tempe police used what's known as a grappler to forcibly stop her car. You should also know this happened in October 2023, but we're just telling you about it now because it took police nearly a year to release this footage.
You don't need to be scared.
I have my daughter in there.
How would you describe that night?
It was scary. It was very scary.
Tristan Sosa,
I didn't know if we were going to live. I didn't know. I could have swore we were going to die.
walking us through that October night, 2023.
I saw a cop car behind me, and then I started kind of like, it looked like he was going to run into me, and I kind of got nervous. I'm like, what? I was like, he's driving really close. And then all of a sudden, he hits my car. I thought he hit.
You know, it just makes me time in and time out that cops get shit wrong. They don't own up to it. It was, I did a story about a couple months ago about a cop's got a license plate wrong about a Florida father and her autistic daughter, and they're high-fiving like that. And one cop's like, "Dude, you got it wrong like that." And the cop that's smiling, high-fiving like that, backlash, and his partner says, "Oh, we all make mistakes." Well, yeah, but you own up to it. You're hoping to get a righteous bust. Just a couple days ago, I did a story about London, Kentucky police into a wrong house over a stolen weed eater. I mean, you hear something bars in your house, yeah, you're going to reach for a weapon, protect yourself. And one of the cops shoots the guy 5 times in his homeowner, dead, because the cops screwed up. It's like they don't double check. You know, they're type of, "Oh, we're just going to go with it." It's like you're saying, double check, triple check, measure twice, cut once. I mean, you get Uber drivers that get out there, delivery drivers, UPS, FedEx, right? They don't get nothing wrong. They get it. They got GPS system. But you know, it's like you think the cops got the same thing, but do they use it? Heck no.
My car.
Tempe police were looking for this Buick, assisting the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office with the pursuit. They were searching for a man with a warrant for aggravated assault in the town of Guadalupe. Did they try to even make a traffic stop? Did the police officer have lights and sirens and try to pull you over first?
No, not at all. That's why I thought it was strange, because when I looked in my mirrors, he was driving really close, and all of a sudden I just felt like a big bang.
That bang was police deploying a grappler. Tempe does not have dash cameras, so we never see the actual moment it happens. Those yellow nylon straps wrapped around her back tire and yanked her car to a complete stop.
The exact moment when it happened, it was devastating. It was scary. Like, it was definitely scary. And just seeing my daughter's face was, I don't think I could ever forget that.
Now listen as police learn they made a mistake and grappled the wrong car.
Is anyone else inside? Okay. Keep your hands up and just keep walking backwards.
This gas is leaking and the daughter's over here.
Yeah.
We'll get her. Let's go get her.
We know. We see it.
Keep coming. Let's go get her the daughter. Yeah, this is the wrong car. Let's get the daughter.
The officer wrote in his own report that the suspect vehicle and Tristan's are the same make and model. He also wrote,
Oh yeah, here's something Mr. Dick's Production 502. He made a community post about 3 days ago on the same story that we're doing right now. Now I'm sure he'll be. I think he'd be happy to know that cover story. See, people know that I do stories about dirty cops like that. It's called raising awareness. It's about accountability, transparency. See, you got people like the dirty dojo people, the fraud who say, no, they don't like it, man. They just like people like me that just want to shut the hell up and go away and back to blue. So he says, these items meant for the safety of the public and officers are only as good as their judgment. Yeah.
the grappler caused a puncture to the gas tank.
Police have
They already knew that they got the wrong
judgment.
car. I don't know why they
And
would
they
even
don't
try to
take accountability.
discuss whether or not to get my daughter out the car in a situation where the gas tank is leaking when the car could explode. Like, that's scary.
So what happened to your car?
It got totaled.
The city of Tempe says that they reimbursed you $500. What did that pay for?
Right, yeah, they never even did that. Not even a penny.
Documents shared with us showed the damages were estimated at nearly $10,000.
Wow.
Emails between Tristan and Tempe's risk management team show her car was deemed a complete loss.
It's been kind of rough, so yeah.
So let me understand this. So your car was deemed a total loss.
Right,
You still don't have a car.
right,
You have to Uber to work.
right.
And you're just working part-time because you can't afford to keep paying for an Uber.
Right. And then, like, that adds up to just getting an Uber. Yeah, it's horrible.
And here's what the body camera footage won't ever show you.
Even when we left, too, they were just like, here's a piece of paper. Just call this number. And we just ended up walking. Me and my daughter went walking to her dad's house.
You walked?
Yeah.
And that's the real kicker these days too. I mean, you always talk. People say, "Well, officers go out there helping all like that." Well, why don't you give them a ride? It's just I've seen many videos where cops don't even bother to help. They don't bother to give people a ride. They don't go out of their way to maybe give them some bus fare, give them an Uber out of their own pocket, department like that. No, just walk next town. I remember some lady was actually walking near a freeway. And the cop was like, well, we can't give you a ride, you department to policy. And the poor woman was just like looped up and she still on traffic. And well, guess what? She's on live because stupid police officers wouldn't help her.
That happened?
Yeah,
And it's so crazy. You got these dumb, thin blue line lovers like finding bench warmers, view of pins in that four-eyed geek brain. Always said, oh, police officers save lives every day. Or our officers are the best in the country. They are the real heroes. Yeah.
like a mile away. Yeah, no, they didn't offer anything like that.
Tristan says the city got her a rental car as they were working through the estimates for a repair. Eventually, she says the city gave her the runaround. Tempe claims they made several attempts to work with her, but by the time she reached out again, it was too late, as state law says you only have 6 months to file a notice of claim for damages.
And then he just told me it was too late and that he couldn't reimburse me.
You said that you did try to find an attorney.
Yes, but it was too much money, and I didn't have the money at the moment, and still don't because of bills and trying to save up for a car, and it's just been kind of rough. So
Since that mistake,
they ruined a good portion of my life and my daughter's, and yeah, it's been rough.
and she will never forget that moment for her and her daughter.
I just felt like kind of helpless. Like I couldn't do anything for her. That's not a good feeling.
No officers were disciplined. Tempe police tell me that this was a training issue, not a disciplinary issue. The officers did receive further training on how to properly identify suspect vehicles. And the officer who deployed the grappler actually went on to get promoted to sergeant, but just recently resigned from his position. As we're told, he's taking a job outside of the department. As for that $500 Tristan says she never received, the city says that that money actually went to the rental car company. I'm investigator Nicole Grigg, ABC 15, Arizona.
The ABC 15 investigators reached out to the city again today to see if there's anything they can do to make this right. And they responded by inviting her to...
Well, you know, just like this, man. Cops just won't take accountability, or they just give you a runaround. You know, it's like, you know, cops are they're not here for you. They're not your friends. They're not here to serve, protect you, the community. They're here to serve protect themselves, their fellow comrades in blue. It's just the point like that. Yeah, they're not your friends at all. They really are not.